What's up, wrestling fans? Thank you for listening to the Steve and Jay Show. I am not Steve, but don't you worry your pretty little heads, because this guy sitting right over here to my right-hand side, he happens to be the Hall of Famer Steve Frazier.
Yeah.
I'm Jason Courier, and if you're a wrestling fan like we are, please click subscribe down below and come back sometime and hang out with us. We love talking wrestling.
What's going on?
Wow.
So the world in wrestling, what's going on? They're all asking what's going on in Milwaukee.
Yeah, what happened in Milwaukee?
What happened? I know, like,
I wonder what they're doing with it, because it's like there's this whole hanging thing over it where it might be something sexual in some way,
right?
And then I bet it's going to be something like totally goofy, like
and
PG.
that would be totally
you know
WWE.
What I mean? Like, just something that
right.
we're not expecting, but it'll be something silly.
It's so like it would start out with Rusev and English, was it?
Aiden, Aiden came out.
So what is up with that? I'm still up in the ropes.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody wants to know what happened in Milwaukee, and talking about Liv Morgan getting kicked in the head. Seems to be what everybody wants to talk about right now.
You know, and I apologize for laughing.
Oh my gosh, it was bad.
That was horrible.
Really bad.
I mean,
the poor girl. And then when she tried to pin her, and she somehow I don't know how she managed to kick out number one, because she knew that they were supposed to win the match, so they're going over, so she knows she's got to kick. But she's knocked out, so it's kind of hard to do that.
You know,
and then when she tried to get to the corner and she just slumped,
your natural reaction to that, from seeing that, like from when I seen it with you for my first time, that was funny. Like, I didn't see the severity into it until I could see your reaction.
Yeah.
And seeing on that, like, we watched it a couple of times, and wow.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
You know, it was like,
girl.
Damn. I was like, Jay.
What got me was when she tried to get up and get into the corner, and Brie was basically
kind of rolled
her
over
to the corner.
Yeah,
and she tried to walk, and her legs just weren't having it.
Just not having it.
Not cooperating whatsoever. Like, that was scary. Scary.
Poor girl. I mean, yeah, poor girl.
Yeah.
Unfortunate events. It happens.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And
what are you
Dean doing his little slow heel turn thing. That's another thing that happened.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
Happened on Raw.
That's your guy.
Yeah, which let's start out. We might as well start out with where the week of wrestling started out on Raw.
Right. As we should.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So what's cracking?
Well, they started out the night, and they brought the Shield out. They did their little promo. Dean actually did some talking this time. They kind of had this little underlying thing even before the talking started, where Roman held up his belt and Seth held up his, and Dean kind of faded to the background and was kind of
we hold the keys to the yard.
The little look thing that Dean's been doing since he came back.
He's doing the rap thing with the mic.
And
yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so they kind of were already playing up the whole Dean is the third wheel kind of thing.
Well, he'd be the Braun, right?
And he actually got to talk this time. He started out talking, though, which was kind of
that was kind of cool that he kind of
they're the workhorses,
right?
He played up that whole thing.
God,
so.
You know, it's like, you know, I totally see where you're going at with your point, and it totally makes sense, because I mean, like, there's 3 and 2, but you got Dolph and Drew McIntyre. They're tag team champions. And so you got Roman
Dolph and Drew came
Seth,
out with
right?
With Braun,
right?
And the War Dogs, or Dogs of War.
Dogs of War.
Dogs of War. That's what they call them.
Gosh. Way to be
so
original.
They came out, and Braun says to the Shield that are in the ring, they're standing at the top of the ramp, and he says, "We're gonna
big news."
I think they're fighting them at the Crown Jewels, or whatever the hell they're calling it.
Like the next one coming up. Yeah.
So he said, the 4 of us are going to take on the two of you. And
what?
He was like, wait a minute, I think you got your math wrong. He's like, no, Dean, I'm talking to you. Like, I want you to join us, kind of thing. And they started driving the wedge kind of thing. And Dolph presented
See, I missed
his
that.
little
That is awesome.
case to Dino
Right.
and said, "Look, they're taking advantage of you. They're basically using you. And where's your belt?"
Totally makes sense.
So
The creativity.
So
on
that's
it,
what
I
they're
like it.
using to
That's the angle they're going.
to turn
Well,
Dean and be a little slow turn. And through the night, through Raw, they had different promos, and at one point Seth got a hold of Drew McIntyre, and he said, "You're the one that's being taken advantage of here in your group. You literally," he said, "at Hell in a Cell, you literally carried Dolph out of the arena, out of the ring."
Right,
So-
exactly.
So
what do you?
You're literally
what do you
carrying
expect?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that cut into the promo too with Raw, right? And so the Shield came out with that promo, and so that would even just compounded and just made it that much more like, oh, this is how we ended the show. This is how we're going to start the show. So I kind of dug that aspect
that was
of it.
cool.
Good.
Match that everybody seems to be talking about
Yes.
was
Crazy.
I believe it was like the second
It was the second
match
Yeah,
of
it
the
was the
night
second.
after
Yeah.
that weird Finn Balor, the Finn and Jinder Mahal match with the way that ended
That's
all
not
weird.
fair.
With the
That is so
Shanti.
not fair. That is so not fair. Whatever.
The match that everyone was talking about was the Riot Squad took on the Bellas and
Impact on that too, though.
Natalia was the Bellas partner, and
How much of a help was that?
Liv Morgan took quite a shot from Brie Bella. She took two of them actually. She took one. She was taking yes kicks, and Brie was kind of pointing at the corner,
Right.
and doing some taunting, and
Just didn't pay attention. And
one of them
Things
was
kinda
a
went
little
wrong.
off, and then you could see her like as she's kicking the second one, she sees it, but it's way too late, and
well, I mean, we all watch football.
she kicks her dead square in the face.
I was going to say, we all watch football.
The poor
So
thing.
would they pull that,
And
slow mo?
No, she didn't mean to, and
It
she
is what
just
it
had
is.
that really bad botch with the suicide dive, and
Well,
then
she pulled her
had
to the
kick
corner.
that
She pulled her to the
really-
corner. She pulled her to the corner. How else did she get slapped in? Tagged
Yeah,
in?
and
I mean,
and
come
then
on.
she
Come
rolled
on.
her over and tried to
Come on.
pin her
Yeah.
first,
Covered up
and-
with her hair and just slid
which
her to
I
the
assume
corner.
that she must have not known what to do, so she figured she'd just end the match. But Liv had to know that they're going over, so
Well,
she somehow kicked out.
Well, it was probably in shock too. I mean, you're living the moment,
then she
and just
basically
didn't
drug her to the
realize.
corner,
Didn't
yeah.
realize, yeah. Because I mean, I know you told me, it was like, wow, she flipped her over and just like pinned
Yeah.
her. And it was like, wow, what the? And so we watched it. I think honestly, she didn't realize it until later, And so,
How bad it was.
yeah, exactly. Like,
Well,
okay,
she was out.
dude,
And
she
when
was out.
she picked her up and tried to get her to the corner and her legs gave out, it was like I said,
Who drags an
That's what got
opponent
me.
like that to the corner and gets slapped in on their back? And so, yeah, you're totally right. That was crazy, man. Like, she got knocked out. It's like, I feel bad for laughing.
and she's
but-
going to be out for a few weeks now. She's got a concussion. Like,
Oh, yeah, she's going to go through protocol.
it's a
I
big
mean,
deal.
well, it's not like,
she's got to be more careful in there.
definitely.
Now she's hurting.
Posture.
It's one thing when you fuck up and then you fall on your face, literally. It's a different thing when you fuck up and somebody else gets hurt.
Right.
Like, that's a big deal.
Right, it's one thing when
You
you're,
can't-
detrimenting yourself in a situation rather than someone
Yeah,
else.
and I get that she took some time off and did the baby thing, and
Right.
she's rusty, and she hasn't been in the ring
Stay
in
on your craft.
like 2 years, something like that.
Dude,
Like,
almost.
she hasn't been in the ring in a while either way.
Well, yeah, it's got to
So
be almost
I
like
understand. I get all that. Like,
20
You
months.
can't not do what she's doing for that long and come back and not be rusty.
right,
Like, there's no way.
and do something like that. And
But you gotta
expect
be
that
more
she
careful,
on a
too.
craft. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That
Ouch. She kicked her dead. First, she kicked her in the jaw, and then she kicked her dead square in the face, like right between the eyes.
dude, I feel so guilty for already laughing.
Poor thing.
Did you see her eyes roll back?
Oh man!
And try to find the ropes.
Yeah, and even when she's laying there pinned, like her eyes, like she's gone.
Poor thing.
She ain't there.
No, she gone.
She gone.
She gone.
Yeah.
My poor girl.
Yeah. What might have been the match of the week, and
what do you think?
Definitely my favorite match of the week. Even though SmackDown right now is rolling right over the top of Raw, they're the better show. Again, they've gone back to taking over again.
It's like 2 months in a row.
But this, to me, I love this match. I'm not a huge fan of the Revival. I like flippies and dippies, and they're the anti-flippy and dippy team. I like all that shit, though.
I know you do. That's your shit. That's your cue.
Yeah. But this match was pretty awesome.
Well, it brings up the excitement. The volume, the
energy in the crowd.
There you go. The energy,
I like the way the crowd reacts to that kind of stuff, and
the reaction.
To me, a really great match has to include the crowd being pretty.
Right, because you say all the time, too, you say, ouch. And I look at you and you say, what do you mean, ouch? You're like, well, they're supposed to be the heel. Not have the crowd cheered for you, right? So, until here, this shit makes you laugh. So, I know how you are on your characters and how, to not, manipulate, but how to work the crowd.
How to.
And so that's part of your character, though, too.
It's a big part of what they're doing.
Right? So, I mean, we can go both ways, I get you with that.
And it's not easy to do it now. Right. It's a lot less easy now because they've pulled back the curtain and said, this is entertainment.
Exactly.
And
kind of let them in a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot less easy to...
Right. No, I feel you on that.
People talk shit about WWE and their storylines and how it's this, that, and the other thing, but it's not very easy to do what they're doing either.
Well, I mean...
Yeah, they fuck it up, but...
Well, even look at this. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but, we're a WWE legend, I'm just saying, with those others. We've been wrestling for 11, 12 years, and now we're good actors. Now you're seeing that. I mean, look at Batista. Right. Batista was horrible on the mic when he was a wrestler.
Now he's an actor. Like,
piece of shit guy on the mic. Look at him. Yeah, he's amazing. He's funny. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
He plays a character.
Yeah. Be interesting to see him come back. Like the rumors seem to.
Hey, that's why I brought him up.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
A little kind of peekaboo.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Unexpected little thing.
See him come back in some way.
Get
his little program with Triple H that he wants.
I want him to come back against Strowman and Brock.
That would be cool, but he
the big man and Bobby Lashley.
He just wants a program with Triple H, didn't he? Say that was the only thing he'd come out for. So
it's not going to happen.
I remember reading that months and months ago.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's not.
He's doing the whole movie thing.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
unless something happens with the movie thing. But.
Well, obviously it didn't work if he's doing with Triple H, or I mean with Undertaker, right?
So, yeah.
So.
The Shield took on the Shield for the first time. I think they said in a year or something like that. They were fighting together, all three of them.
Oh,
were in a 6-man tag match against Baron Corbin and his mystery teammates.
Wonder who that's going to be.
I thought it was going to be.
What'd you think?
I thought Braun in some way was going to be involved, but then he pulls out AOP.
I didn't understand that.
And
why then?
Drake doing his little dress up, trying to walk around looking.
I like AOP.
I like AOP. I don't like what they're doing with Drake. I like Drake Maverick.
Right.
Rockstar Spud, I like. But I don't know why they call him Drake Maverick. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
why not just leave it? Rockstar Spud's such a way better name.
Because of Kiki.
Like, come on.
Do you think you love me? Sorry. I just got hit with the car door. Sorry.
So anyway.
It was kind of interesting, though, like how you say that, because what the route they're going with, right? So you got the youngins, and then you got the unprovable, the team that, has all this bright future.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, where do you go with that? Like, do you
I don't
form
know where
a
they're going with this.
Are you forming a competition?
like, is Baron gonna start his own little, like, is AOP now going and Drake Maverick because he's the general manager of 205? Does that mean he's the good company man and his team is going to be a part of this new authority?
Good call.
Like, what?
That's a good call. And a threat that Kurt Angle's coming back sooner from vacation.
Right.
So, I mean...
Well, and Stephanie jumped Corbin's shit earlier on saying, look, how could you book yourself in...
We make smart business moves, and you
Universal
think that
Championship
smart
match
business move
do
was...
you really think that was best for business kind of thing?
Yeah, come on.
So, yeah.
Kind of makes you lean on things like that. So it was a good call. Is it good thinking about that? I didn't even think about that. Kind of makes you think.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're doing there. I
don't either.
I hope it's not just something where they randomly bring out AOP to pair with Baron Corbin against the Shield, and we never even see any kind of a connection whatsoever ever again. Like,
just to fill seats,
little one-off thing where it's going to be our main event, and
just get people to subscribe.
Yeah. During the match, the Dogs of War, or War Dogs, or whatever the hell they're fucking calling them.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Braun Strowman bring out the chairs.
And they all do that.
And they're standing at the top of the ramp with the chairs, and you're thinking, oh, here they come. And then they lay them out, and they're going to sit there, and they're going to watch them some wrestling just like the rest of us.
Yeah. I like
that stuff when they do that with the
I like their team thing, though.
opponent.
Their team little thing, they all go, raw, and they all do that. Now it's like, whoa. Like, boo.
So during the match, at one point, I looked like they were going to give the win to AOP and Baron Corbin because the War Dogs start walking down the ramp, and they've got chairs in hand, and they're gonna.
Yeah, that was interesting. Like, what happened?
They just kind of stopped, and like, I thought maybe they're gonna do the surprise roll up thing that they do, and
that's what I was expecting too.
And then everybody's gonna fight, and it's gonna go
crazy. Right. So who else is gonna come out, and who's going? Right. We're gonna.
And they just kind of stopped, and they just sat there mid ramp
because it's DQ now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Well,
I didn't understand that.
Yeah. Eventually, the Shield win, and
which is cool, right? Whatever.
I expected that, yeah, of course.
Well,
and Dean is outside of the ring, in between his Shield brothers in the ring, and the team that has been courting him all evening, trying to talk him into joining them.
Go.
And he's doing the head down thing. You can see him, and he's thinking, and he doesn't know what he's going to do. And then he pops up.
Well, that's what I was kind of telling you.
Flies into the ring, and he does the fist thing to the Shield, and they all.
Well, that's what I was kind of telling you. This past 3 weeks that I've seen him when he's been on the mic, now he's doing the arm thing and turn around and doing that little. And he's doing it more and more and more.
They're starting to.
Before, you didn't even know he was in the background. And now, like, he's just.
Well, and he's, like, doing this whole, like, look where he's always looking out.
Yeah.
Like,
where he's
over the top of himself.
Looks like he wants his jack, right?
He just.
He wants to shut his
They're
jack.
doing something. They're working on something.
Well, I hope they're doing it good because that's our dude, and I hope they don't fuck with him. So,
yeah, I know. Well. I will say though, like I've been in the mind frame of why can't you just keep the Shield together and let them do their thing and make them kind of tweeners, and you can have all sorts of fun things with them. And why not just go ahead and keep them together? It's what people want.
Right.
Just go ahead and keep them together and think of enough storylines with them together. You don't need to have this one storyline to ruin all the other storylines that you could have with them together.
You don't want to hear about a guy for 2 years and then being a traitor.
But I will say, when at the beginning of the show, when the Shield climbed into the ring, I was thinking, would they just turn Dean heel already so that we can get this over with?
And then what happened?
Get some kind of different storyline going on.
Yeah.
And so
So you got to change your route.
They're doing eventually, but
you got to change your route.
Hurry up and get to it already. So
get to what?
Dean's heel turn.
To what? Just kidding. So I mean, but I'm with you on that. I think that's a good
the way Raw ended was with the Shield fisting each other in the middle of the ring.
And then even in the end, though, I mean, that's a good ending.
Yeah.
But then how SmackDown starts.
And with Miz T or not Miz TV anymore, it's Truth TV now
Truth
because
TV with
Truth
Carmella.
beat him and he took his show with Carmella with her new.
He's like, I would take your belt
with her new hair. He said, "Oh, that's good because I was
gonna take your
getting
belt."
mixed up with the other Carmella anyway." It's good you dyed your hair. You get mixed up with the other Carmella. And she kind of lost it a little bit. Like, I think that was ad-libbed when he said that because she laughed for real. So. See, Big E was in singles competition against Sheamus.
Gosh.
And this is now the week prior. Didn't Cesaro, he fought either Xavier or Kofi.
You know what, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure, but I was more intrigued on their intro. That was the new intro where they had the black light, the white in the back, and all that. So their new little intro.
I didn't even really notice, honestly.
Oh, you didn't notice that?
No.
Dude, it was like, I was like, oh, who are these guys? It was like,
no, I didn't.
It's these guys. Now the intro's different.
For who?
Cesaro.
Oh, really?
The bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like Sheamus's shit first and then Cesaro.
No, they're all in a black light and a statue, right? It's like this in the background. Mm-hmm. It's all a white light and the background's all black. So they're a background of literally it looks like a sticker. And then they're right there, and so then the light goes off and they're right there in that same pose.
Gotcha.
And it's like
Gotcha.
Cool. We got these guys. So you're back, or God? Anyhow, that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. So
not a fan.
Sheamus ends up picking up the win. It was the second week in a row that a member of the New Day have lost to a member of Sheamus and Cesaro.
Gosh.
The bar.
The bar.
The bar.
We are the bar.
We are the bar. We are the bar.
Is that soap?
We are the bar.
Like Irish Spring?
They've kind of grown on me. I've always liked Cesaro.
Oh.
I'm not the biggest fan of Sheamus. He's kind of boring, but
someone who
awesome.
Someone who doesn't like repetition, and you like Cesaro.
Yeah, see, I like Cesaro. I don't like it when he does 97 European uppercuts in a row. Like that, I don't like.
So what is the 3% that he does?
He's just so strong.
The Swedish Superman.
He's so strong.
He's a Swedish Superman.
He's just so strong.
Shit is so strong.
He's so strong. He does cool shit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean,
another thing that I think is kind of cool is the whole Aiden English. So what happened in Milwaukee thing.
Right? So how we started it.
So, yeah, Rusev and Lana, they come out to the ring and they've called out.
Can't believe it.
Aiden saying, look, I want some answers here. Aiden comes out and says, look, everything was fine with me and you. I started Rusev Day. I was there from the beginning. I sang Rusev Day at your shitty promo.
And now you're wearing a Lana Day shirt?
Lana said, well, I got him a tank for WrestleMania. Wow, all right.
Sweet. Cool.
Sweet. All right. Cena's off making movies.
Does it fire cannons? Because I got a cannon for you.
Yeah, so. And
that's interesting.
Aiden said, look, we were fine before she showed up. She's the real problem. Look at this. First he shows footage of all the great things that
of course.
Aiden and Rusev accomplished together. And then he says, until she showed up.
Yeah,
and then he just look at this. And then they show a video package.
And we all know the truth on that. So, I mean, that's awesome. Up and, you know, that kind of makes you think, though, too. It's like, damn. It's like, so
and if
what
you really
are they
look
doing
at it, it's actually kind of true. Like, that's the way the story did play out. Everything was cool until Lana showed up, and then she started driving a wedge between Rusev
Well,
and
looking at
Aiden,
it that way, but
and then Aiden kept trying to prove himself.
where has Aiden gone in his career other than being Rusev's
No,
pain
it's
in the
true.
ass?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can go both ways.
Yeah.
So why didn't you develop? Why didn't you go a route?
I saw a really old picture on Reddit the other day.
Oh, did you? Was he
And
young?
it was
Of who?
picture of DX.
Aiden?
Yeah, it was DX, and it was
Shut up! Really?
in the background though. There was like the local talent that were filling in as security,
Yeah.
and one was EC3, and the other one was Aiden English.
Wow.
Young as shit.
He's all young as
Yeah,
shit.
super young.
Look like kids.
I swear,
I mean, they
EC3
already look
looked
like
like he
kids.
was maybe 15 years old.
No kidding.
Like super.
Was he
He
beef?
looked super.
Was
young.
he yak still?
Not really. I mean, kind of, but
Gotcha.
he just looked super young. Aiden didn't look necessarily all that much younger.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, you could tell it was a long time ago, and it was Triple H and Shawn Michaels when they were
Well, so I mean, yeah, you can go back in and see
so
DX.
it was
So
long
in the
enough to
90s.
go to be then. Yeah.
Probably late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I saved it until I dropped my phone and then broke my phone, and then now I
You
no
did
longer
what?
have anything on
Wait,
my phone.
you did what?
I dropped my phone. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you brought it up.
No, I didn't. You did.
Okay. What I'm saying is, this is why I like SmackDown more
Okay.
than Raw.
Yeah. No,
You know
I
what I
do
mean?
too.
I mean, they got more, people that aren't relevant, they still are around and still relevant.
Well, and they've pulled
Right.
this story out of. Now I want to know. Like now I want to look up when the last time they were in Milwaukee, and I want to watch the SmackDown that they did in Milwaukee, so I can see if maybe there's like a little hint that
And
they
looking
dropped.
at that, though, too, with that filling, you have that with these two wrestlers that who would have fucking thought?
And like I said, it's probably going to be something silly.
Oh, but you're interested.
But now I want to.
I love it.
Legit want to
I
know,
love it.
and I'm sure we could find it. It's probably on the network by now, right?
That's the job of us being actual wrestling fans.
Yeah, right.
To where
Some
I
next
mean,
level.
some next level bullshit right
So
there. I
stupid.
love it. Fucking, we could dish it out.
Yeah, I want to know.
What
Like I
up?
said, there's got to be some kind of Easter egg in there that they dropped. That
Did you
didn't
say
mean-
Easter egg?
Yeah, that meant nothing at all. Meant nothing when you were watching SmackDown then.
It just
But
took
now knowing that there's something like now you're gonna look at it and go,
Right.
like,
Uh-huh. Now it
there's
makes
got to
sense.
be something.
Yeah.
there.
So why are you making that?
And that's probably
such
what
an
the video
issue?
evidence is going to be. Is
Got you.
I'm
I like
guessing.
that. I like that.
Like, oh, look, the cameras kept rolling, and this is what happened at next. So they're playing up the whole Milwaukee thing. Another thing that they're playing up is the women's tag team, it seems.
Interesting.
Seems like they're kind of pairing some folks up, and
Well, I mean, Where do
I
you
would
go
love to
with
see
it?
a women's tag team title.
I think too.
And I think should be a cross-brand thing where it's the WWE Women's Tag Team title, because there's not enough.
right.
You don't have enough to have singles women on Raw, singles women on SmackDown, each have a champion, and on Raw and SmackDown, each tag team groups have a champion.
Well,
as
right.
Like,
And
it's got to be something that's a cross.
You're totally right with that. Now, I think that's where they're going with direction as far as the women's evolution.
Yeah.
Like what you're saying.
You could have that
So,
be
maybe
either
this is a
the kickoff
tester.
of the tournament or that be the final of the tournament, but they better get on their shit if they're
They
going to
need
be
to.
the final of the tournament.
Because seriously, I'm
Because
with
it's
you
at
on
the
that.
end of October, right?
Yeah.
And October's in
20.
a couple of days here. It's September the 27th. So October is literally right around the corner.
I think it's like the 16th, 18th, or some shit like that.
Oh, see, I thought it was later in the month for some reason.
No.
Because it was close enough to Halloween where when they moved, there was another event that was there was a men's event that was supposed to be, or just an event, not a men's event only. This is in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
again.
that you mean. Yeah, I was
But-
so damn.
Not yet. It's not
Well,
until...
I don't think it's the week before Halloween. I think it's 2 weeks before.
Well, but
Halloween.
they pulled what was normally supposed to be in that slot, and everybody thought that they were going to put Halloween Havoc there because it was close enough to Halloween.
Right. So, right. That's what I'm saying.
So it's at the end of the month somewhere.
I don't know, man.
Still, it's coming up soon. So if they're going to set something like that up for that to be, that be the finale, unless, like I said, they decide to have that be the kickoff for it.
I'm with you on that, though, too. I mean, that adds to the spot.
Gotta hurry up.
Well, I mean, Halloween's an actual, believe it or not, to all you religious people, I'm sorry to say this, but Halloween's a huge thing.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, we're talking about, you know, Halloween Havoc. And so the pay-per-view that's always been around, I know was for my childhood.
I thought it was an awesome idea to bring back Halloween Havoc. And how fun would it have been
not?
if to have the wrestlers dressed like the other wrestlers and
Do a little,
or some of them dressed like classic wrestlers, you know, do the Macho Man thing. Somebody's got to be Macho Man. Someone's got to be Ultimate Warrior, you know, like that. That's fun.
I just think maybe that
See one of the women's competitors come out dressed up like John Cena, something, you know,
something.
Have some fun with it.
I mean, we could do like that, but I just think that maybe, you know, characters are played out not as well as it used to. And so back then you didn't have the moves that you have now, but maybe you bring in the characters and, you know, and maybe that paved the way to a lot of wrestlers being actors too, to be able to, you know, hold a role.
Kind of are action actors. I mean,
they're huge. I think, the script live, you know, and so
to be able to go out there and perform the way they do in front of all those people and remember their lines and remember their points in the match
and people already love them.
They're basically actors.
Well, and people already love them.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they already have an audience.
Yeah, they already have a follow. So why not? Whatever.
Yeah. So
yeah.
The match that made me think of the tag.
Here we go.
Asuka and Naomi took on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
That was your shit right there.
Yeah, I really hope that, because Asuka and Naomi would be pretty cool because they're both individual singles competitors that they're kind of lost right now.
Right.
And they're really good wrestlers. They're very entertaining, both of them. And they're kind of drifting right now, basically.
Well, even then, though, too, they've always been solos. And so they're used to, you know, so that trust. So that trust, you know, and so maybe, hopefully, that trust comes in between them and they can flow. Because, I mean, that would be an awesome tag team.
They had a promo in the back where
oh, God.
Naomi's got her hair all out and it's fucking just looking gorgeous, right?
Right.
And Asuka's like, "Oh, your hair!" And then
wouldn't you be like, "Whoa"?
Mandy and Sonya walk up.
Like this.
They walk up to the two of them and they're like making fun of them touching hair. And she goes to touch Naomi's hair, and Asuka just like snaps at her like a dog.
Whoa!
You know? Like, don't you touch her hair. Like, wow, that's awesome. That
way to hold off on that. That was good. That was
awesome.
That's how I was like, that's how a girl sleep right there.
Don't you touch her hair.
You know you don't touch it. You don't touch her.
Like a little dog. Just don't you touch her hair.
Oh, shit.
It's awesome.
A little sand shark.
So I think they'd be really fun. They'd be a fun team. They creatively don't seem to really have anything else going on for them right now. That them being a top tag team would be pretty prime for them, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, it would bring definitely dynamic, like to the women's division.
Yeah,
I mean, because
they need a women's tag division.
They do.
They've got a lot of characters and a lot of good wrestlers that otherwise, what are you going to do with them? So it'd just be, I think it'd be cool.
Well, like, what do you do with Ty?
Yeah, exactly. There's another one. What do you do with Ty? And seemingly, what are you going to do with Shinsuke? Because he keeps getting all his matches interrupted by Randy Orton. He actually was like, did a little frustration thing at this one when Randy came in. He's like, really? Like, come
again,
on, bro. Like,
this is
like, come on. Now you're doing it with Ty. Like, is it me or
what do you think they're going with that though? I mean, what do you think they're setting up?
I don't know, because after the match, Randy said the reporter, I can't remember which reporter it was one of the dudes.
Yeah.
Caught up with him backstage, and he was like, "Hey, Randy, does Ty your next victim? Is that why you attacked him?" And he says, "No, I just don't like that perfect 10 crap."
Didn't you say?
Yeah,
Didn't you say?
Okay.
Hey, didn't you say you remember
That's the
telling me?
dumbest gimmick ever.
Do you remember telling me though why you don't do that anymore?
Yeah, because Vince doesn't like it.
Yeah, because Vince hates it.
Yeah. You know that's a Vince thing. I hate that 10 shit.
Hey, everybody shakes my dick, so
Wait, you want to shake my hand?
I'm gonna tell Vince.
Let's use both hands there. Perfect 10.
You're gonna need them. You're not in Alaska, Bubba.
So then the SmackDown, they closed out the show with the kind of creepy. Earlier on in the evening, they showed Paige backstage, and she was telling AJ, "Hey, look, the monitors and everything that's out there,
That's
very expensive. So please don't break anything while you're out there."
Yeah,
like,
don't. They're
and
very
he's like,
expensive.
"Okay, I won't. If I have to break anything, it'll be Samoa Joe."
You see her flip? She did like 3 or 4 times. Sexy bitch.
She's awesome. The show ended. It ended with the contract signing. AJ comes out, and instead of coming out when Samoa Joe's music hit, the Teletron pops up, and
here we go.
He is on video chat on his phone with the arena.
So do you think we could do that with our podcast? How he did it? I mean, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. There's no chance I would be able to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
Ever.
I was just saying that was pretty cool.
But he is saying that he's at the Styles house. He stands in front of a mailbox that
There's
has
Wendy.
Styles.
Yeah. Was it Rachel?
And he's got
his daughter.
a little daughter or little baby doll that he's going to give to his daughter. And AJ's doing the
dude.
Hey,
I'm
dude,
over that.
Dude. No, don't, dude. Don't. Hey, dude, don't go in my house.
Whoa.
Dude, don't, dude. I'm kind of over it too. I really, 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 really like AJ Styles, and I really like Samoa Joe.
I do too.
And I really like them fighting. I'm just kind of, I don't know. And they take, I say that I'm over it, but then they take it to a next level. Like, it's been a good story.
I see it on its way out.
I'm just kind of tired.
I see them on their way out.
Yeah, I think this is it.
I think this is it.
This is probably it.
This is their way out.
Samoa Joe will move on to somebody else after this, and AJ will too, I would imagine.
Well, I think maybe that they're going to be moving on and done.
Unless they want to do it one more time at a more traditional WWE pay-per-view event.
Never know.
Instead of, what is it, Super Showdown?
Yeah, Super Showdown. That's amazing.
So,
that kind of puts me in a little weird, because, I mean, we got these two, like, new different shows.
I know.
And
one's in
in
Australia, and the other one's in
Saudi you said
Arabia.
1 a.m. on Saturday morning?
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be starting.
That's live for us.
Friday,
for West
Friday
Coast.
night. So Saturday morning, so Friday night, basically.
So Friday, whoa. I thought you
Saturday
said
morning.
Yeah.
At 1 a.m.
For us.
Right.
Live.
Right.
Wow.
So it's pretty much Friday night.
I'm off Saturday.
Are you?
Yep.
Well, it's probably a good thing, because then we could stay up on Friday and just watch it then.
That's why I said I'm off Saturday.
Yeah, it's dope. Yeah.
It's just I don't think they think that out clearly to me, because, I mean, think about it. You got Undertaker and Triple H.
Yeah, that's the big main event.
So you expect us. There's two parts to this. Not only to, of course, everybody wants to watch things live.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, that's why you have the network.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and
so
there's so many spoilers out there now.
But yeah,
if you don't watch it live, you're gonna get something spoiled.
That's at 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
Not 1 o'clock in the morning where we're live.
Yeah.
And so what I'm getting at is now you gotta watch a replay.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's gonna end at like 3 o'clock in the morning. There's not a lot of people there and that's West Coast. So East Coast, that would be
So even
3 hours ahead. So
well, even to piggyback that is like now this is the last match for Undertaker and probably let's say Triple H, but it's not going to be with Triple H. It most likely is for Undertaker, and people in Australia get to see it.
Yeah, I know.
But people over here in the States can't see
You
it.
have to wake up at either 4
So-
a.m. or
Right, and
stay
so
up
right,
late
either on the
Friday
East
evening,
Coast or whatever.
depending on what side of the.
Maybe if they're East Coast, maybe they get lucky because they're 3 or 4 hours earlier. So maybe they get it at 10 or 11 at night.
No, they're getting it at
I'm
4
just
o'clock in the
saying.
morning.
Or even okay, it's for the later, so never mind. So we
Right.
get it closer. So yeah, right, opposite. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of
Or is it the
bullshit.
other way?
That's kind of no. You're right. No, you're right. It's 3:45, 3:50 probably, and it'd be like 12:45, 1:15 maybe start time.
It would be easier to wake up that early than to stay up that late, though.
Absolutely.
Like if you were one that,
Because you're sitting there watching, like, oh, just yawning.
like, I could stay up. Like, we'll staying up will be fine. Like,
No problem.
on a Friday night, we normally would stay up that late anyway. But like for somebody that's out of their normal,
That fucks with some schedules, man.
yeah, it would be a lot easier for people to wake up early than stay up late, I would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor has Death Before Dishonor coming up tomorrow. Actually, this
Looking
is
forward.
Thursday. By the time we're posting it, it'll be today. Because
Yeah.
I'm not posting this until Friday. So on Friday, the 28th of September, Death Before Dishonor is going to be in Las Vegas.
Good one.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. Yeah. The headliner is
Oh, beautiful.
Jay Lethal. He had a
My
lethal open
I
challenge
love it.
to any locker, any wrestler
Anywhere.
that wanted to step up and get a
Any
Ring of Honor
affiliation.
championship match.
Yes.
Come on up.
What do you think is going to happen with that? Do you think there's going to be a newcomer, someone out of the blue?
That would be interesting if they just had
You
somebody
know?
out of the blue take the title off of him. But
Well, intertwining. Maybe like, going, this
well, a little
federation.
intertwine, which is something that they intertwine anyway with New Japan. Will Ospreay from New Japan accepted the challenge and is going to be taking on Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
There you go.
Should be really, really fun. That should be a really awesome match. I love Will
excited.
Ospreay. He loves Jay Lethal. Yeah, Lethal Injection is one of the coolest finishers in the business.
In the business.
In the business.
Ooh, yeah. You on the juice. You on the gas.
What are you on the gas? You look great. Still one of my favorites. In an episode of Being the Elite, you need to
That's
look it
amazing.
up if you haven't seen it. Jay Lethal gets a bump on the head and has a concussion, and
So
every
every
time
time
he's
he-
tapped on the shoulder, he flips into thinking he's Macho Man. And he is in the locker room and he flips into Macho Man and he comes across Cody and he says, "Dream," because he thinks he's,
Yeah.
"You look great, brother.
You on the gas.
What are you on the gas?"
Who?
And Jay Lethal's Macho Man is on
Dude, it's
point.
on point, bro.
It is
Like even
perfect.
facial mannerisms,
Oh my God,
like
he
it's
does the best, Macho
amazing.
Man.
It gets me weak every
Yeah.
time.
Hopefully
cannot
he
have it.
defends his title. I really like him as champion too. He's a good champion to me.
Well, he's playing the role, and I think he's interjecting the crowd.
Yeah,
to
he's
them.
fun. He's
Well,
super fun.
It's supposed to be a D League, right? So where you understand the moves and know how to fall, know how to land, take falls, know how to sell.
Yeah. See, I don't know if
Now they're working the crowd.
Yeah.
Because before, now you go to the WWE, and now you need to learn how to work the crowd. When before you need to learn the moves to get the crowd, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like we have our own little,
Hopefully Jay Lethal doesn't go anywhere though.
I hope he stays around.
Yeah, he hasn't.
I don't think he will.
If he was going to go, I would think he would have gone.
Well, he already went to WWE one time.
Yeah.
He was there for a minute,
Yeah.
and it just didn't work out.
He needs to
I
stay
mean,
right where
just
he's
like
at.
Drew McIntyre, like, right? Well, I'm just saying because he was part of that generation, part of that crew,
gotcha.
And so there was a lot of guys that just, where they were there and something happened, injury or arrest or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've all been there in some situation. So I hope they figure it out because Jay Lethal is
Jay Lethal's awesome.
he's amazing.
Another awesome
You want the ass.
former WWE competitor, Tennille Dashwood, is
my
going
God.
to get a Ring of Honor World Women's Championship
I like that.
title match against Sumi Sakai. Sumi, when they announced that,
Right.
they made the big announcement that they were going to refer to it as the Women's World Championship.
That doesn't
not
ask
the
you.
Women's
What's that
Championship.
about?
She called out to Tennille Dashwood and said, I can't possibly call this the World Championship until I beat you. So now they're going to fight at Death Before Dishonor. I think it'll be a fun one. I'm hoping Tennille takes that belt off.
I hope so too. I mean, that's my girl and all that, and I love where she comes from, and I love this situation. I love how they're building it, and just understanding of this is up for grabs, or you think this is I just like Tennille,
and they didn't when Tennille came into the ring and accepted the challenge. They didn't have her turn heel or anything on her. Like she was very respectful back.
Right.
Like it's a cool thing. Like I'm hoping for a good match. I'm not the biggest Sumi Sakai fan at this point of her career,
I'm not either.
but I
I'm not
think
either.
that it's really cool that she was in the first women's Ring of Honor match, and
Played Peyton
she
Manning.
was the first champion as well. That's pretty cool.
Peyton Manning,
Now it's time to pass the belt on to somebody else, I do believe.
I just hope that they could figure out what they're going to do with her really quick before they embarrass it and make a
Go too far.
yeah,
Thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can only do so much with that, and I hope I'm with you on that.
It's been
too.
a good run, but
It's been a good run. It just
it's time to pass the old baton.
Time to
Yeah,
pass it, huh?
pass that baton.
But I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm with you.
Another oldie but goodie, Bully Ray is going to be involved in a tables match. He is going to team up with Steve's favorite wrestler, Silas Young, the dirty white boy. And
Swallows
he
his
is
tongue.
going to take on Flip Gordon and
Flip
Colt
Gordon.
Cabana, who a couple of times have come out and played Captain Savaho and
Say that 2 times fast. Flip Gordon, flip.
Flip. Flip Gordon.
I like Flip Gordon.
Yeah, I like everybody in this match. I know you're not a big fan of Silas, but
I was gonna say,
like Silas's character.
We know that. Okay, right. But I think Flip is going to come out with this. I like Flip.
Yeah, Team Flip.
Dude, Team Flip is
Flip and
dope.
Colt.
Dude,
Flip and Colt.
I mean, come on. You got him out of the booth. You got fucking,
Colt,
come on.
Yeah. Well, Colt needs to make some money. He's got some attorney fees that
He's
he
got
thought
it.
that he was going
His
to.
divorce.
Yeah, no, his thing with CM Punk.
Cool.
The Ring of Honor Television Championship is also up for grab on Death Before Dishonor. Punishment Martinez will be taking on Chris Sabin.
Ooh.
I kind of have a little feeling maybe Chris Sabin might take it. I think that they've built Punishment Martinez up to be this big badass type, but they really like Chris Sabin too.
Well, I mean, Martinez, I think they gave him his leash,
He doesn't really need a belt either.
Well, he gave him exactly, that's what I was getting at. Gave him his leash, gave him his roam, and it's like, you know what? You're already dominant. We don't need to put a belt on you. You don't need to be strapped.
Don't really need it.
Let's give it to someone that...
Put it on somebody that...
I'm kind of with you on that. I mean, regardless, I mean, it's very, 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 very likely that it's going to be an entertaining match.
Oh, no, it'll be an awesome match.
So,
because
I mean...
Chris Sabin can...
They could boogie. I mean, they both can.
Get down on anybody.
And so
Punishment moves around like a little dude, and he's a big dude.
So I'd hope that they think they would be like, you know what? So let's not worry about having a good match. My thing would be like, let's worry about how the good, transformation of the hands goes as far as the belt. Because I think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, I don't think he really needs it. So it would make sense for him not to have it because he doesn't need it. He was a badass before, and he's a badass now.
Why not?
What's the difference, really? I mean, you don't need it to. You don't need a mid card title on a dude to make him look badass.
Yeah, right.
You don't need it,
Mid card.
right?
Fucking love it.
The Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships are up for grabs as the Briscoe brothers take on SCU. represented by Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels.
Good call on that.
I'm thinking that SCU is going to
Good
get
call.
those straps.
I was going to say, I'm sorry, I blew you out.
Get them too.
I'm sorry I blew you out.
Yeah, the Briscoes are
Yeah.
super dominant right now. They're super hot as a tag team. It's like they've had this rebirth. They're longtime Ring of Honor-ers. They were at the first Ring of Honor event, as was Christopher Daniels.
No, right.
Like, they've been around forever in Ring of Honor and seem loyal too. But
I'm with you. I see CSU.
SCU.
I mean
SCU. SCU. Yeah.
CSU.
CSU. I
Sounds
think
like
that's
a
Cal
community
State
college.
University, right? Yeah, I went to CSU Sonoma.
That was a Cal State. That'd be a CSU, actually. Yeah. Fucker.
You don't even know it. Money well spent. Scholarship did you well. In another New Japan Ring of Honor crossover match,
Ooh.
Yusin Thunder Liger is going to be taking on Kenny King.
Ooh, Kenny King.
Yeah, Kenny King. It should be a fun one.
Big,
Liger can still move around the ring. Like,
high action.
yeah,
It's gonna be a big
It'll
fast
still-
pace.
yeah, he can still
It's
do it.
gonna be fast paced.
It's going to be fun. Yeah.
And I hope it does, and I hope it continues that way. And I hope maybe like it doesn't come down to maybe like, oh, I caught you too fast, or I
Right.
caught you in the move.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I hope they play out their roles.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Yeah.
So many.
Another kind of crossover match. Kazuchika Okada is going to be on loan from New Japan, along with he'll be teaming with best friends Trent Beretta and Chucky T, and they are going to be teaming with Toromo Ishii and Rocky Romero. Another
How do you get these names?
Rocky Romero is actually pretty fun, but
No. I'm just saying, like, the record geek, like, what? Like, how do you get these names? Like, holy moly! Like, I
they're
can
going to be
watch it.
taking on.
I can watch it. I just can't say the names. Like, I just sit here. I'll just shake my head. Yes.
They're going to be taking on Cody Rhodes.
I can't wait for that
I
one.
said Cody Rhodes. I can't say Rhodes.
Sorry, I was just with you on that one.
They're going to be taking on Cody,
Just
Adam
so-
Page, the Young Bucks, and,
You called me on that
and
one.
Marty. So pretty much
Were you fucking
the
with me?
guys
Were you
from-
fucking with me?
No, I wasn't fucking with you. I really did say Cody Rhodes. Not allowed to. Can't say Cody Rhodes.
I know that was amazing because I was following you on that. I can't wait for that match.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. It's pretty much the guys from Being the Elite taking on Okada and
It's gonna be so cool. I'm really, 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 really,
guys from New Japan.
really
It's gonna be
jonesing
fun.
for that.
I'm kind of wondering because that's pretty much Bullet Club America is Cody, Page, the Bucks, and Marty, and they're taking on a team that's a New Japan team because Chucky T and Trent Beretta have wrestled in New Japan for a long time.
Well, yeah, but Cody Rhodes is involved.
So,
Cody Rhodes is involved. Would you say
what
is
I'm
that-
wondering is if Bullet Club, what do they call themselves now? The faction in New Japan that was their Bullet Club, but it's with Tama Tonga and Tongaloa and Bad Luck Fale and oh god, what are they call themselves something else now. It's not Bullet Club, it's Hunter Club or something like that. Assassin Club or Assassins or Hunter Assassins or something. I can't remember.
He said Hunter Assassins.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, I wonder if they might get involved in this somehow and come out and attack Bullet Club America and have some sort of a wonky ending in that way. Because otherwise, I don't really. Who do you have lose that match?
That's a good call. I mean, what angle do you have with that?
Yeah, who do you?
I mean,
So-
this is what you have now. These are their opponents.
Mhm.
So I mean, what's the next to come up
Yeah,
if they do win?
yeah. So I think
I feel you.
Bullet Club New Japan will attack. I think that's gonna be what happens in that one. So it'll be fun either way. And again, like I said, by the time this is posted, it'll be happening today. So hopefully you all get to watch
that
it.
Sucks. That sucks. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you mean that's not until next week.
Oh, it's next week.
I think. Thank you guys for listening. Very much appreciated. That is the show for this week.
Thank you.
Please, if you could, please click subscribe down below. And don't forget to click that little notification bell to receive notification when we post our new stuff. We very much appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Good
Love
night.
you.
I'm never stopping, I'm always popping this microphone and I'm dropping this heat and I'm never stopping. It's about action, we making moves, we actually be making plays. When we step to the microphone, we kill this every day. Stephen J, what's up? We about to cruise. Y'all sleeping on a snooze. Wake up, cause it's the crew.